Hey everyone, I'm Charting Man Dan. I've been trading the last 14 years and we're going to check in on the broader market. We have full bull control continuing, new all-time highs all over the place. Certainly euphoria creeping in, and that means we're scouting a temporary top, but the result of that temporary top is just going to be a daily high or low. Let's check in with what we are expecting. All right, another gap up, second one in a row. S&P 500, new all-time highs, and we are just riding hourly EMA 12 without even really touching it. FOMC reaction, we knew 25 basis point cut was a 99% probability. Powell didn't say anything that led to much volatility. I certainly thought there would be more just because we didn't have any clear price levels nearby. I was wrong in that regard, but we're looking for a temporary top. And a temporary top, I'm going to be using the futures charts to then scout 4-hour higher lows. Look at the hourly EMA 12 on the futures. That is our clear guide. The bulls have complete control as long as they hold it. When it's lost, we zoom out, we watch for a 4-hour higher low. I know that for myself, the next slew of trades that I'm going to be looking for are hourly back burners for daily higher lows. I'll be watching SPY and QQQ. Even if I'm not going to trade them, that's going to give me information about the broader market. But I'm watching Tesla, and I'm watching maybe NVDA, IONQ, some of these low cap names we'll look at, Bitcoin, hourly back burner on the table. Pretty much anything, PLTR, anything that's been running hard, and we'll look for we know the most likely scenario on these daily charts are daily higher lows, which gives us the conviction to watch for those hourly back burners. PLTR was a bit of a fake out on the 5-minute back burner, hit the low, bear flag confirmed with zero follow through, and then that was the low of the day. Definitely a bit frustrating for those trying to play that bounce, but again, that's why you got to sell partial. Let's just say you're filled at 54, sell half it, then that would still stop you out. I usually fill, let's say I filled on the break of 54 psychological, filled at 53.90. Nah, even then, it was tricky. You know, if you sell half, you need to get your stop under 53.55. Anyways, shut up. QQQ. All bulls leading the way. So bull rotation is back. Yesterday, everything went up. We had the financial sector up 5% plus at one point in the day. And today, our inverse relationship between QQQ and XLF, which has kept bulls confident the entire year, was back to normal. And by back to normal, I mean QQQ to start the day, 5-minute clear uptrend, strong first 15 minutes. Financial sector, 15 minutes of drop. Literally, it's literally inverse. I know you've heard me say it so many times, but again, when you see this, bulls are A-okay with it. They like it. 5-minute downtrend confirmed, 3 candles down, 3 candles up. It's literally the exact same. Anyways, keep an eye on that because as long as that's happening, bulls are in control. Bears only get somewhere significant with our major sectors dropping together. So Nasdaq futures, hourly EMA 12, full bull control guide. We're just riding it up for days. We are approaching 4-hour historical overbought. We pull up our chart, guys. Historical RSI. And we can see we're getting to that zone right about now. What does that mean? Again, it doesn't mean I'm going to aggressively short. It means anticipate a temporary top in the near-term future. And then we scout a 4-hour higher low, ideally for bulls, marked by 15-minute oversold. So an aggressive bull is looking for 15-minute oversold to scout a 4-hour higher low. A more patient bull is waiting for hourly oversold to scout a daily higher low. But either way, it is absolute complete bull control. And the Nasdaq kept going with semiconductors while XLF pulled back today. So let's look at XLF. Bears in control from the open. Broke the low of yesterday. We're in the gap fill. Tons of space for the daily higher low. Watching the response to first hourly oversold, which isn't close yet. We would need another solid red day tomorrow to get to hourly oversold. But again, ideal scenario for the broader market. Why is this rotation ideal? Because you get a scenario where maybe XLF forms a daily higher low right when QQQ starts daily consolidation. And that helps offset any significant weakness in the S&P 500. It's just taking turns. Semiconductors testing multiple month highs, 262.26 as NVDA is back in all-time highs. If we break that level, target gap fill 270.54. NVDA, blue sky bull, weekly bull flag confirmed. At some point when I talk about blow off tops in a webinar, we're going to use the 3-month chart as an example on NVDA, but we are not topping yet. And we'll look for a daily high or low next consolidation. Tesla battling 300. Bulls following through significantly today. And again, we're just looking back at the level, the highest price that we've seen in over 2 years. And that is now being tested as the 3-month long-term equilibrium is trying to break bull. Same deal. Tons of space for a daily high or low. We'll keep an eye on hourly oversold when we get there. But we're not there yet. Healthcare, daily inside bar, non-event, not much going on in healthcare. IWM, little bit of continuation, but again, anytime XLF is pulling back that much, over 1%, IWM bulls aren't going to get very far, in my opinion. I keep these levels on my chart because the bulls need to back test, the bulls need to hold this level if we back test it. So I'll be keeping an eye on that. XBI is still battling 103s. Hit the highest level in multiple years today, but that's not convincing. I will be watching, if we do reject from here, I will be looking for a daily high or low in XBI as well. Looking for another attempt to break out there, but still struggling. And it's not surprising. I mean, we just went straight up 6%, 7%. So bull's a little bit tired into that resistance. So this is what euphoria looks like. IONQ, supercomputing name. Just a monster candle. I mean, it's already been a monster run off the lows. 6 to 22. So that's over 250% in the last couple months. And today, just an absolute... This is automated buying. How can I say that? We didn't even touch 5-minute EMA 12 the entire morning. It's just someone's got a program going that's just buying the ask every, however increments of time, and just 2-minute EMA 12 rider. Look at how good these signals are. 2-minute EMA 12. Okay, I'm going to hold as long as that is support. We lose it for the first time. That's the high of the day. Well, not by 3 pennies, but you get the idea. That's the high of the day. It gets lost, and we end up pulling back almost 10%. It's an 8% pullback once the signal was given, okay, that EMA 12 is no longer support. Other one, IONQ and SOUN. Remember this small cap company, AI? NVDA has a stake in them. Traded sideways, range bound, real tight, breakout. Highest level in many months. Earnings are approaching, but again, another name, just a real quick 30% in a few days. You got psychedelic names because of RFK Jr. talking about psychedelics. So while cannabis is off my radar in the short term, psychedelic's still there. We got a nice 30% move in 2 days on MNMD. Dollar, daily inside bar. Again, keeping an eye out for a monthly lower high. And with that, red day today. Gold with a solid bounce. Weekly EMA 12. How many times have I talked about weekly EMA 12 on gold? Nothing changes as long as that's support. So holding it again. Silver trying to get a bounce going. Daily inside bar. Got to be cautious of silver. Weekly head and shoulders. And again, the fundamental narrative. Why are we weak here? Number one, the dollar's strong, but maybe everybody says, okay, market's risk on. I mean, I just showed you these low caps, IWM, and leaving the more safe haven gold kind of deal. Bitcoin getting attention. I should say safe haven metals, but Still keeping an eye on them. I may exit all of silver. I'll probably just use the weekly uptrend as my guide. Exit when it's lost. That's that. Hope you're well. Do good things. Watching for the 4 hour. I mean, the Nasdaq futures is a 4 hour stair step for the last 2 days, just straight up. So when we lose it, we watch for 15-minute oversold to try and mark a 4 hour high or low. Just bull control. Euphoria. It's interesting, you know, this is my opinion now. Trump, we know, is obsessed with the market, but he's not going to be able to beat Biden's numbers. And I'm not saying Biden is the reason the market's been so strong the last 4 years, but there's no way, you know, Biden's average S&P 500 return is 15 to 16% a year the last 4 years. I'd say there's less than a 5% chance that that can be topped. It's just the way it is. You're coming into a market that's been running really hot and hard. And again, I've said it on Twitter multiple times, but just to keep saying it, if we get this blow off top that I'm looking for, everybody's going to come out and say that it's the deep state attacking Trump as the market does its normal, healthy thing. Maybe not healthy, but its normal thing. Whenever you go straight up, you look for a pullback and consolidation. And again, the CVID low to the 2021 high. Nasdaq runs 153%. And then we get the longer term 38% correction. And here we are again, 103%, not quite there. But again, if we get another leg up, keep on going for a couple months, we will be in blow off top territory. Do good things.